Vlad III, known as Vlad the Impaler or Vlad Tepash, emerges from the shadows of history as an enigmatic 15th century ruler of Wallachia, a land steeped in mystique, located in what we now call Romania. Born in 1431 amidst the ancient streets of Siasora, Transylvania, he hailed from the esteemed house of Dracula, their heritage intertwined with the legendary Order of the Dragon, a chivalric brotherhood. Vlad's epithet, Vlad the Impaler, whispers of his chilling penchant for a macabre form of execution, impalement. His rule unfolded across 3 tumultuous tenures between 1448 and 1476, shrouded in a tapestry of conflict. His adversaries, including the formidable Ottoman Empire, would come to dread his ruthless tactics, etching a portrait of dread in their collective consciousness. In the shadowy dance of geopolitics, Vlad's relentless resistance against the encroaching Ottoman Empire painted him as a valiant defender of Christianity. His unyielding spirit and nightmarish methods bestowed upon him a fearsome aura, a legend whispered by firelight in hushed tones. Captured by the Ottomans, Vlad endured years of captivity before a mysterious release. His return to Wallachia was a tale of alliances and betrayals, leading him back to the throne for a third time. In the year 1476, Vlad the Impaler met his end on a battlefield, though the veils of history obscure the exact circumstances of his demise. His life, etched in blood and defiance, inspired Bram Stoker's iconic novel Dracula, where the fictional character bore only a faint resemblance to the historical enigma. In the heart of Transylvania, nestled among the dense, eerie forests, there stood an ancient castle that cast a long shadow over the land. This foreboding structure was known as Castle Dracula, and it was shrouded in a sinister legend that had endured for centuries. A legend of Dracula. A legend spoke of a man named Vladislav Dracula, a nobleman who had lived in the 15th century. Vladislav was a ruthless and bloodthirsty ruler, earning him the epithet Vlad the Impaler. His reign was marked by a reign of terror, as he impaled his enemies on sharpened wooden stakes and left their corpses to rot as a grisly warning to others. But there was more to Vladislav Dracula than met the eye. As the legend went, he had struck a sinister pact with a malevolent force, one that granted him immortality in exchange for his soul. This sinister alliance had turned him into something more than human, something darker and more powerful than anyone could have imagined. Generations passed, and the legend of Vladislav Dracula endured. Castle Dracula, his foreboding fortress, became a place of dread and superstition, with locals believing it to be cursed. Tales of strange happenings within its walls, eerie lights, and ghostly whispers that echoed through the night only added to its mystique. In the year 1892, the castle's legend took a new twist. A group of intrepid explorers, led by the fearless Professor Jonathan Van Helsing, arrived in Transylvania. Their mission was to uncover the truth behind the legend and to put an end to any evil that might still lurk within Castle Dracula. As they entered the darkened castle, the explorers were met with an unsettling atmosphere. Cobwebs draped the hallways, and the air was thick with an eerie silence. They ventured deeper into the castle, their footsteps echoing ominously in the dimly lit corridors. The legend of Vladislav Dracula had always been shrouded in mystery, but Professor Van Helsing was determined to unravel the truth. He had spent years studying ancient texts and delving into the darkest corners of folklore, and he believed that he held the key to understanding the malevolent force that had granted Vladislav his immortality. As the explorers reached the heart of the castle, they stumbled upon a chamber unlike any they had ever seen. The room was adorned with cryptic symbols and adorned with strange artifacts, each more unsettling than the last. In the center of the room, they found an ornate coffin, and beside it, an ancient book bound in leather and sealed with a waxen crest. The book, written in a language long forgotten by the world, contained the secrets of Vladislav Dracula's pact with the malevolent force. It spoke of dark rituals, sacrifices, and the transfer of souls to sustain his immortality. The more Professor Van Helsing read, the clearer the horrifying truth became. Vladislav had become a vessel for a demon that craved souls. Suddenly, a haunting whisper filled the chamber, and the torches lining the walls flickered ominously. From the depths of the castle, a chilling presence emerged. It was Vladislav Dracula himself, his form shifting between human and monstrous. His eyes were blood red, and his voice was like a serpent's hiss. "You have uncovered the truth, but it matters not," Vladislav sneered. "I have endured for centuries, and I will endure for centuries more. My pact with the demon is unbreakable." But Professor Van Helsing was not one to be deterred. Armed with knowledge and a fierce determination, he and his companions embarked on a harrowing battle against Vladislav Dracula. The castle became a battleground of light against darkness, with the explorers wielding crosses, holy water, and the ancient book of forbidden knowledge. In a climactic confrontation, Vladislav was weakened by the symbols of faith and the revelation of his dark secret. As the explorers chanted incantations and performed sacred rituals, the malevolent force that had sustained him began to wane. With a thunderous roar, the demon that had possessed Vladislav was expelled from his body, leaving him weakened and mortal once more. The curse that had plagued Castle Dracula for centuries was broken, and the castle itself crumbled into ruins, disappearing into the annals of history. But the legend of Vladislav Dracula lived on, a cautionary tale of the darkness that could consume even the most powerful of souls. As for Professor Van Helsing and his companions, they left Transylvania with a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that they had vanquished a great evil and put an end to the chilling legend of Dracula. Vlad Tepes, known as Vlad the Impaler, continues to intrigue and mystify even in the present day. His story is a haunting blend of brutality and cunning that ensnares the imagination of historians, artists, and storytellers. Vlad's notoriety arises from his gruesome methods, notably impalement, which have left an indelible mark on history's pages. The moniker Vlad the Impaler serves as a chilling reminder of the depths of human cruelty. Yet, amid the darkness of his rule, there are glimmers of heroism, defiance, and patriotism. Vlad's unyielding resistance against the mighty Ottoman Empire portrays him as a symbol of Wallachian independence and Christian valor. His brutal tactics, while horrifying, were driven by an unwavering determination to shield his people from Ottoman encroachment. This paradoxical blend of cruelty and patriotism weaves a complex legacy. In literature and folklore, Vlad's name is forever linked to the fictional vampire, Count Dracula, a creation of Bram Stoker. Stoker drew inspiration from the historical figure, imbuing him with supernatural allure. This fusion of fact and fiction has perpetuated Vlad's mystique, associating his name with the Gothic and the eerie. For those who delve into Vlad the Impaler's shadowy narrative, they encounter a story that eludes simple categorization. Neither hero nor villain, he remains an enigmatic figure that challenges our perceptions of history and humanity. As we continue to peel back the layers of his legacy, Vlad Tepes endures as a captivating paradox, a mystery that beckons us to explore further and unearth the enigmatic truths concealed within. Dive deeper into history with us. Don't forget to like, hit the bell button for notifications, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories that will transport you to the past.